Hello and welcome back to this channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to use Procreate and try to draw something which looks like you've really used watercolor on a paper. We might also go ahead and add some text in the end. That is only if you're interested, obviously. It's optional. So let's just get started. So if you want this color palette and a sketch to start with, please go ahead and check out the link in the description box below. So let me quickly go to gallery and I'm going to click on this plus and click on square. Now I'll slowly increase the canvas size by clicking on this and going to canvas, crop and resize. I'll just increase the size a little bit so that it fits nicely on my artboard, like this. Now let's go ahead and click on layers, click on background color, and we're going to choose the light pink that we have. Click on done, click on a new layer. If you want to bring in the sketch, this is the time to do that. Click on your wrench right here, click on add, insert a photo, and it'll take you to your gallery from which you can bring in the photograph. And I'm just going to click back on the arrow. So this is your illustration. I'll go ahead and click on this N and reduce the opacity to as low as I can. So now let's just start drawing. I'm going to go into brushes. I'm going to calligraphy, and there's a brush called blotchy, which is going to be my go-to brush for this illustration. Let's start with some really nice colors. So let me choose this dark pink that I have. I want to check the brush size, so I'll just try to draw. Oops. You need to create a new layer. And I think this brush size is perfect. So this brush size is set to 91% and the opacity is set to full. So all you have to do is go ahead and draw this leaf, but make sure you draw it in one go. What I mean is, don't draw it like that, then try to draw it again like this. Then it creates different streaks, and that's not what we want. So let's do the same here. And you can see these nice blotches of ink, and that's perfect. So once you have done that, you can reduce the size to about 59 or 56. And let's draw something like that. Obviously, give it some nice streaks like this. You can always go ahead and choose this as alpha lock if you want to. That is, just click on the layer, click on alpha lock, and now even if you try to draw, it won't go beyond that layer like that. I'm going to uncheck that and just draw. That's great. We finished 2 of our leaves. Now it's time to do the rest. So let's go ahead and choose this green here, which is like very olivey green. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a new layer because I like to put my things in new layers always. And increase the size to however big you want. Nope, that's not nice. So use your 2-finger tap to undo. Okay, and reduce the size. Looks good. I'm going to go and take orange, click on a new layer, and draw here. Maybe increase the size. I really want this a little darker, so I'm just going to go ahead and draw it again. Reduce the size. Increase the size because I want to put one here. And this one, I want below this one. No, it's okay, a little bit there. So our leaves are almost ready, and now it's time to add the berries. Let's go to the deep red that we have, and obviously click on a new layer and reduce or increase the size to about 84 or 90% and draw in. Once you draw, I'm just going to add a bit of color here down here, as you can see, like that. Little bit color. Okay, do we need one more somewhere? You can always add them, maybe here. And let's click on a new layer now, and I'm going to go into the purple. It's a really dark purple, and reduce the size to really small, like maybe 22%. And I'm going to go ahead and give this like that. So right now, if you feel like it's too light, what you can do is you can go into classics and try to bring this down a little bit so it's a little darker purple, like that. Okay, I don't want them to be on the leaves because they don't look that great, right? So I'm going to go ahead and bring it all the way down. You can click and hold and bring it all the way down right below these leaves. That looks better. Now I'm going to increase the size a little bit, maybe 33%, and I'll go to the topmost layer, click on a new layer, add a bit of pop of color here, like that. See, I'll go back and add a bit more color. Now it's time to add some additional materials or filler items. So let's go ahead and click on a new layer. And I think I like this brush setting that is at 32%. But I'm going to go ahead and go back to my palettes and choose the purple that we already had. And I'm going to go ahead and draw these extra fillers here. Bring it here, just blob of watercolor, like that. Go ahead and add extra pop of color to that if you want. I'm going to bring this down here and this down here like that. Let's add something here. Now let's go ahead and choose the yellow, and we're going to add a few more fillers because it looks very blank right now. So all I have to do is go ahead and add some blobs of color here and there. And if you feel this yellow is very light, you can always go back to your colors and drag it towards right a little bit. So this gives you a bit of a darker color like that. Maybe just try to put in where you find some gaps. That, maybe over here as well. And maybe one or two over there. Okay, that looks good. I'll hide the sketch because we don't really need it. And now we are done with your illustration. And like I said, you can go ahead and add some text if you want to. You can also go ahead and add some things to the berries if you want to. Like, let me just click on that, click on a new layer. And I'm going to choose the dark red that I already had, but I'll go to my classics and try to bring it down a little bit so that it's a little darker. And you can just add some spots on it so that you can give it some really nice, I don't know, texture. There you go. Added some texture to that as well. And I think I'll go back to this layer. Nope, to this layer. Choose the purple that I had. And I'm gonna bring this one down here, like that. Now it's time to add some text. That is, if you want to, you can choose the same brush, blotchy, and try to add some text if you want. I would recommend doing that as well. But for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use script, which I actually like a lot. You can also use a brush pen with a shadow. By the way, if you want to know how to create a shadow brush, I have a tutorial on how to do that. I'll link it in the description box below, as well as in the card. Go ahead and check it out. It's really cool, actually. I can show it to you. So see, look at that shadow. That's super awesome, isn't it? I also have a new tutorial on how to create an outline brush. So you can just use that to create something as well. So yeah, you can either choose the outline brush or you can choose the shadow brush or simple script brush as well. I'm just going to choose a simple script, and let me just look at the brush size. I think I want it a little bigger. Okay, and obviously make sure you're on a new layer. And let's go ahead and try to draw something or hand letter something. I'm not really good at this. I'm trying, you know. Okay, and click on your arrow thingy, reduce the size or whatever, and you can place it here and click on done. So that's it. So you can add text if you want or completely get rid of it if you want, because it looks cute by itself. So once you're done, you can export this artwork in a PNG and then use it wherever you want to use it. So that brings us to the end of this tutorial, and I hope you liked it. I know it was a simple illustration, but I just wanted to show you that you don't need fancy watercolor brushes to create that nice watercolor texture effect. So I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also that notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. By the way, I post a Procreate or a painting video every Fridays. So if you're interested in that, you can always come back and check on Fridays. If you have something that you want to learn in Procreate, do let me know in the comments below and I'll try to create a tutorial on that. So I guess I'll see you in the next video then. Bye-bye.